Last week, I helped my daughter clean out her garage, and we found a box of my old planners from the 1990s, page after page of meticulously scheduled days, color-coded goals, and detailed plans for controlling every aspect of my life. I looked at those pages and started laughing because I realized something profound. Almost none of those carefully planned outcomes actually happened the way I wrote them down, and my life turned out so much better than anything I could have orchestrated. At 74, I've learned that the tighter you grip life, the more it slips through your fingers. The art of letting go isn't about giving up or being passive. It's about understanding the difference between what deserves your energy and what deserves your release. It's about trusting that life has a wisdom larger than your own plans. I spent decades fighting this lesson, thinking that letting go meant losing control. Now I know it means gaining freedom. Today, I'm sharing the 5 essential things every wise senior has learned to release, and how this beautiful act of letting go can transform your remaining years into the most peaceful and joyful ones yet. Before we explore the art of letting go, let's practice it right now with a simple exercise that embodies this beautiful principle. The open hands meditation. Sit comfortably and place your hands in your lap, palms down. Close your eyes if that feels good to you. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 counts, feeling your chest and belly expand naturally. As you hold for 2 counts, imagine you're gathering up all the things you've been trying to control, all the worries you've been carrying, all the outcomes you've been trying to force. Now as you exhale through your mouth for 6 counts, slowly turn your palms up and imagine releasing all of those concerns into the universe. Picture them floating away like leaves on the wind. Repeat this 3 more times. With each breath, feel your hands getting lighter, your shoulders dropping, your jaw relaxing. You're practicing the physical act of letting go. Take one final deep breath and gently open your eyes. Gratitude for what flows naturally. Here's your gratitude reflection for today. Think of these 3 things that happen naturally in your life without your control. 1 relationship that flows easily and brings you joy. 1 aspect of your health or daily routine that works well without much effort. 1 simple pleasure that appears in your life regularly without you having to force it. Write these down if you can, or simply hold them in your awareness. When we notice what already flows beautifully in our lives, we begin to trust that letting go creates space for more of that natural goodness. Through conversations with hundreds of seniors who found deep peace in their later years, I've discovered 5 things that wise people learn to let go of. Here they are. 1. The need to fix everyone else's problems at 45. I was the family problem solver. Every phone call was someone needing advice. Every gathering was me trying to mediate or offer solutions. I thought being helpful meant having answers for everyone. Now I know that my job isn't to fix people. My job is to love them and trust them to find their own way. 2. Regret over past decisions. I used to replay conversations from 20 years ago, wondering what would have happened if I'd taken that job in California or married my college boyfriend instead. Wise seniors know that regret is just borrowing trouble from the past. Every choice led you exactly where you needed to be to become who you are today. 3. The illusion of controlling outcomes. You can control your effort, your attitude, your choices, and your response. You cannot control results, other people's reactions, or how things turn out. This isn't defeat. This is freedom. When you release the outcome, you can put your whole heart into the process. 4. Perfectionism in all its forms. Your house doesn't need to be magazine ready. Your appearance doesn't need to be flawless. Your past doesn't need to be mistake-free. Perfectionism is exhausting, and wise seniors know that good enough often creates more happiness than perfect ever could. 5. The fear of other people's opinions. The beautiful truth is that most people are too busy thinking about their own lives to judge yours as much as you think they do. And the ones who do judge, that says more about them than it does about you. Wise seniors dress for comfort, speak their truth, and live authentically because they've learned that approval from others is far less important than peace with yourself. Let me share how the art of letting go transformed my relationship with money and planning for the future. The good enough financial plan. For years, I tortured myself trying to create the perfect retirement budget, the ideal investment portfolio, the foolproof long-term care plan. I had spreadsheets with dozens of scenarios, and I still couldn't sleep at night because there were too many unknowns. Then I learned the concept of good enough financial planning. Instead of trying to plan for every possible scenario, I focused on 3 simple goals: having enough for basic needs, healthcare coverage, and a small cushion for unexpected expenses. That's it. My friend Dorothy's liberation. Dorothy spent her first 5 years of retirement checking her investment accounts daily, losing sleep over market fluctuations, constantly adjusting her withdrawal amounts based on daily news. She was letting financial anxiety steal her retirement joy. One day, her advisor suggested she check her accounts quarterly instead of daily, and focus on her monthly budget rather than market performance. Within 6 months, Dorothy was sleeping better, enjoying her days more, and ironically, making better financial decisions because she wasn't in constant reaction mode. Practical letting go tip. Create what I call a financial peace plan instead of a perfect plan. Write down your basic monthly needs, add 20% for unexpected expenses, and make sure you have that covered. Everything above that amount? Consider it bonus money for joy and generosity. Meet with a financial professional annually, not monthly. Check your accounts quarterly, not daily. Focus on what you can control: your spending, your insurance coverage, and your savings habits. Release what you can't control: market performance, inflation rates, and economic predictions. The goal isn't to have the perfect financial plan. The goal is to have enough security to sleep peacefully and enough freedom to enjoy your days. Physical tension and the inability to let go often live in the same places in our bodies. These gentle movements will help you practice releasing tension while strengthening your ability to let go mentally. The Release and Restore Movement Series. 1. Shoulder tension release. Sit tall and slowly lift your shoulders up toward your ears while thinking of something you've been trying to control. Hold for 5 seconds. Then let your shoulders drop suddenly while saying, "I release this," out loud. Repeat 5 times with different concerns each time. 2. Gentle neck surrender. Slowly drop your right ear toward your right shoulder and hold for 10 seconds while breathing deeply. As you switch to the left side, imagine releasing the need to have all the answers. Look down gently and release the need to fix everything. Look up gently and release the need for others' approval. 3. Heart-opening release. Place your hands on your chest, then slowly open your arms wide as if you're giving the universe a big hug. Hold for 5 seconds, then bring your hands back to your heart. Repeat 5 times, each time releasing something different: fear, control, perfectionism, worry, or regret. 4. Hip letting go circles. While seated, place your hands on your hips and make gentle circles with your torso. As you circle to the right, think, "I release what no longer serves me." As you circle to the left, think, "I welcome what wants to come." Do 5 circles in each direction. 5. Ankle freedom movements. Extend one leg and make circles with your ankle, 5 times in each direction. With each circle, imagine releasing a different worry or concern. Switch legs and repeat. These movements improve circulation while practicing the mental art of letting things go. Remember to listen to your body, stop if anything hurts, and modify movements as needed. The goal is to feel lighter and more relaxed, not to achieve perfect form. Today, I want to teach you how to create a beautiful digital memory box that celebrates what you've learned to release and honors your journey toward wisdom. Creating your digital letting go collection. Step 1. Set up your digital space open, your phone's photo app or your computer's photo program. Create a new album called My Letting Go Journey or Wisdom Gained. Step 2. Collect symbolic photos. Over the next week, take or find photos that represent things you've learned to release. Maybe a photo of your hands open to the sky, a sunset, birds in flight, flowing water. Your comfortable clothes, a messy but lived-in room. Step 3. Add wisdom captions. For each photo, add a simple caption about what you've learned to let go. Keep it short and personal. Released. The need to have a perfect garden. Let go. Worrying about my adult children's choices. Freed myself from caring what neighbors think. Step 4. Create a weekly reflection ritual every Sunday. Look through your Letting Go album and add one new photo or caption representing something you released that week. Even small releases count. Maybe you let go of feeling guilty about taking a nap, or release the need to respond to every text immediately. Step 5. Share the wisdom. When you feel ready, consider sharing one photo and its caption with a family member or friend. Your journey of letting go might inspire someone else to release what's weighing them down. This isn't just a photo collection. It's a visual reminder of your growing freedom and wisdom. Each image represents something you no longer carry, making space for more peace and joy in your life. The wisdom you've gained through learning to let go is one of the most valuable gifts you can share with those who come after you. The Wisdom of Release Legacy Project. Take a moment to think about this question. What took you the longest to learn to let go of, and how did releasing it change your life? Your answer to this question contains gold for someone who's currently struggling with the same burden. Maybe you spent decades trying to control your children's choices, or worried endlessly about money, or held on to anger from an old hurt. 3 ways to share your letting go wisdom. 1. The Release Letter Collection. Write letters to younger family members about the things you've learned to let go of. Not advice letters, but story letters. I want to tell you about the time I learned to stop trying to control everything, and then share the specific story. These letters become treasures that help others learn faster than you did. 2. The What I Wish I'd Released Sooner stories. Start collecting stories about things you held on to too long, and how much better life became when you finally let them go. These stories give others permission to release their own burdens sooner rather than later. 3. The Peace Practice Passed Down. Teach someone the letting go practices that work for you. Maybe it's the breathing exercise we did today, or your own method for releasing worry. Show them how you've learned to open your hands instead of making fists. This week's Connection Challenge. Think of someone in your life who seems to be carrying a heavy burden of control or worry. Don't give them advice, but share a story about something you used to struggle with and how you learned to let it go. Sometimes hearing that someone else has walked this path and found freedom is exactly what a person needs. Your journey from gripping to releasing is a roadmap for others. Your peace is proof that letting go is possible, and your wisdom shows them how to do it. Tonight's challenge is beautifully simple and profoundly powerful. The One Thing I Released Tonight Challenge. Before you go to bed, identify one specific thing you've been trying to control that you're ready to let go of. It could be a family member's choices, an old resentment you've been carrying, the need for your house to be perfect, worry about tomorrow's weather, regret about a past decision, the desire for someone to change. Write it on a piece of paper, or simply name it clearly in your mind. Then say out loud, I release my need to control specific thing. I trust that letting go will create space for something better. If you feel moved to share, come to the comments and write, tonight I'm releasing, and complete the sentence. When you name what you're letting go of, you make it real. When you share it, you inspire others to release their own burdens. You might be surprised by how much lighter you feel tomorrow morning. Letting go isn't a loss. It's making space for peace, joy, and possibilities you couldn't see when your hands were full of things that were never yours to control in the first place. Let's remember the beautiful truths we've discovered today. The art of letting go isn't about giving up. It's about choosing where to place your precious energy. You've learned through decades of experience that trying to control everything is exhausting and impossible. While releasing what isn't yours to carry creates space for peace and joy. Your wisdom about letting go is hard-earned and invaluable. Every burden you've learned to release, every control you've learned to surrender, every perfection you've learned to abandon has made you freer and wiser. Most importantly, your journey from gripping to releasing is a gift to everyone who watches your example. When you live with open hands and a peaceful heart, you show others that this kind of freedom is possible. If this message brought you some peace today, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might be holding on too tightly to things they cannot control. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're building a community of people who choose wisdom over worry and peace over perfectionism. Remember, you can't control the wind, but you can learn to dance with it. You can't control the river, but you can learn to flow with it. You can't control life, but you can learn to trust it. Until next week, practice opening your hands, releasing your burdens, and trusting that what's meant for you will find its way to you. With deep respect for your wisdom and your beautiful journey of letting go,